Hey everyone, my name is Vince Gelman. Thank you so much for joining me today. There are some pretty big consequences when people believe the story that anger, outrage are negative emotions. When they believe the lie that anger, outrage are negative emotions, God, in his or her infinite intelligence, did not make an error in adding anger or outrage as part of our emotional wealth, as part of our emotional body, as part of our emotional domain. It is as negative as grief, as joy. It is part of our humanity. It is inevitable that we are going to feel anger in this lifetime, especially in this world. What's happened, especially in the New Age community, in the New Age movement, is that there's been this push towards idealism, towards positivity, positive thinking, being positive, being loving, being kind. There's nothing wrong with being positive and thinking positive thoughts. But the problem is that what comes with this is a lot of naivety, a lot of delusion, a lot of bypassing of our own humanity. And what also happens is that there's an inability to feel truth. There's an inability to take in the painful, dark truths of the world, to let them come home to heart, and to feel them in our heart. When we let that truth come to our heart, when we feel it in our heart, that's when we realize it as true, viscerally true, unequivocally real. We feel it, we know it's true that children are being trafficked, that people in Lahaina got hit by a directed energy weapon, that this is a mass invasion at the US border, that there are dark, psychotic people, entities ruling this planet. We let this come home to heart, and as we let this come home to heart, and we take this truth to heart, we're likely going to feel anger, if not outrage. In fact, our ability to take this very difficult information to heart, these difficult truths, our ability to let it come home to heart rests on our ability to feel anger or outrage. Outrage or anger confirm these difficult truths as truth. It is our emotional body that says, yeah, I can't lie anymore because I feel it, and it's my holy emotion of anger. It is my holy emotion of outrage that says, this is true, that each household in Lahaina got only $700, and we're sending billions and billions and billions to the Ukraine corrupt war that started in 2014 with a US-led coup d'etat. We are sending billions to Israel, which has a $200 billion surplus, and we're only giving $700 per household in Lahaina, and now there are a great number of residents who are living on the street or in tents. We take this to heart through our emotional body, and anger, outrage are holy emotions that allow us to feel truth and to no longer be fooled by lies. So when you have New Agers or anyone out there who are lost in positivity, who have their rose-colored glasses permanently on, who do not have the capacity to critically think and be a bit skeptical, who are afraid of the negative emotions of anger and outrage, well, what happens is you have people who are afraid to face reality. And as I said in the last video, they are afraid to become or unwilling to become a global citizen. They turn their back on reality versus turn their heart towards it and bear witness to the suffering of our brothers and sisters. Because they can't be with it at the emotional level, because they cannot be with the truths and the tragedies of the world, because they cannot have it be confirmed through the sacred rite, the ceremonial space of our heart of outrage, rage, anger, because they can't do that, they can't see it as reality. They can't confirm it as truth. And so they gloss over it or dance around it. They don't take it seriously. They don't see it for what it is. They don't see the magnitude of what is happening before us now in this world. They do not see it because they are unwilling to feel it through the sacred ground of holy anger, holy outrage. Outrage, anger, that is the voice that says, no, I do not tolerate this. That is the voice of the mother or the father who goes to a school board meeting and says, you will not transgenderize my child. They do not do that, these brave parents, without anger or outrage. They need that outrage and anger to stand up for their children. If we are seeing anger and outrage as a negative emotion, are we really going to be the fierce papa bears and mama bears that our children need? How well are you going to protect your child if you're afraid of your anger? Because if you're afraid of your anger and you see it as negative, you're not going to see what's really happening in the world. You will not take truth to heart, and you will not protect your children from those truths because you are too busy trying to see positivity. You're too busy bypassing reality because you are bypassing your emotional body, anger, rage in particular. Is this making sense to you? There are big consequences to calling anger and outrage negative emotions. No, they're holy. They serve a purpose. They have a reason for being. I'm not suggesting you go out there and you cause havoc, you cause destruction. That's where anger turns toxic. That's when it becomes negative. It's what you do with it. But in and of itself, it has its reason for being. It has its purpose. It has a holy function in us. It connects us to our power. It is red, hot energy. Rage, anger is red, hot energy. It is our power. It connects us to our power. It connects us to our no. It connects us to our integrity, our dignity. It allows us to stand upwards, heart open, spine erect, chin up, looking forward, having piercing eyes, critically thinking. Saying, you will not touch my child, back off. I will not put my child into your indoctrination system called school. I will not tolerate this abuse. Do you really think this is going to happen without anger or outrage? How far are we going to go in protecting our children and standing up for what's right and holy and true if we cannot stand in the fire, the holy fire of outrage? Our children need us to be outraged. When a child feels mommy or daddy in that power, in that strength, they feel, I got a mommy and daddy who have got me. I got a mommy and daddy who got my back, who are standing up for me, who are protecting me. I can feel them as a strong, firm protector, as a strong shield, as a strong wall. If you see anger and outrage as negative, well, you now are becoming a spineless, limp noodle for your child, unable to protect them. Children need fierceness. Children need the sword of fire. They need wrath. Wrath is a holy emotion, everyone. Wrath. Again, I'm not speaking about you going out there and causing destruction. But if a mama bear or papa bear goes to a school board and they speak from that holy fire, they're going to get their message across a lot clearer than if they speak from a wet, limp, noodle, new age mindset. Well, we do want to support inclusion and we want to support diversity, and I can kind of see it away. No, you are transgenderizing our children. You are abusing our children, and we do not tolerate that. That is the leadership we need. The sword of truth. Sword. S-W-O-R-D. Sacred word. S-word. Sword. Sacred word. Your sword of truth. And that is a sword of fire that needs to come out and stand for children. Stand for ourselves. Have some dignity. Have some self-respect. Have some integrity. Honor the holy fire, the holy purpose of anger and outrage. Go out there and you be a leader from that outrage. You stand for truth. Not destructively, not violently, but fiercely from your holy heart. From your holy heart. Then, when we allow this emotion to come home to heart again, we confirm the tragedies before us. It is our emotional body it's through our emotional body that we finally, it's like, I feel it now. I get it. Our emotions confirm truth. If we dance around our emotional body, we're dancing around truth. Our emotions say, yes, I get it now. It is happening that these children are being trafficked. I feel it now because I'm fucking angry. This is what children need. Everyone, stop holding on to the story. Let go of that rubbish that says anger, outrage are negative. They're holy. They have a reason for being. This is red hot fire. It's heat. It's heat. It is your power, everyone. It is your power. Anger and outrage, wrath connects you to your power. It connects you to your voice. It allows you to set boundaries. It allows you to say no. Why do you think so many people on this planet have a hard time saying no? There are many reasons. But one of the reasons why people have a hard time saying no is because they're afraid of their own anger. And so they say yes, when really they mean no. But it's our anger, it's our fire that says no. I'm not going to participate in that. No, I deserve more. I respect myself. I respect my family. No. Anger allows us to set boundaries. Anger allows us to stand up for ourselves, stand up for what's true and holy in ourselves. That's what we need right now. This is about leadership, everyone. This is about being a leader in the world. It's about parental leadership. It's not just about being a parent, it's parental leadership. It is about being a leader as a citizen. And you do that by connecting to, honoring, loving your emotional body, including anger, including outrage, and no longer seeing them as negative, but as sacred, as holy, as having a reason for being, as having a purpose, a purpose. Your anger, your outrage, if you allow it to express itself in a divine way, has the power to command miracles. It has the power to revolutionize humanity. Our anger, our outrage is necessary to birth a new world. And part of this birthing process is to say no to the old world that is highly dysfunctional, highly abusive, highly toxic. So I invite you to hold your anger and outrage differently, to love it, to honor it, and to include it as part of your humanity. Thank you, everyone. My name is Vince Gelman. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my online healing and activation ceremonies coming up, and take good care.